Hello guys, welcome to the 3D market commentary for today. Today is June 21st, it's a Monday. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend and a good Father's Day, of course, yesterday. My name is Becky. My email address and my name and a little picture of me are there. My email address is becky@tradictive.com, so you can email me there if you have any questions from what we go through today. There's also this link up here, tradewithufos.com/Becky. So we'll go through that. If I can get that. Okay, she says. Oh, that was weird. I was unable to highlight that. That's disappeared now. Apologies for that. It's tradewithufos.com/Becky, which is this link here. So you can go to that link and you can come up here and get a free Trade with UFOs membership. And then from here, you can come down and ask a question in a public setting, which enables me to answer it in a public setting, and everybody sort of gets the best from it there. Now, I've lost my slideshow. I don't know what happened there. I think the thingy crashed, so I can't highlight the disclaimers, but please go and watch another video if you want to know what the disclaimers are. Essentially, it is letting you know that these are demonstrations of what we do, and as a user, it's ultimately up to you to decide what you do with your trading, what makes sense to you. We are simply demonstrating how we do things. So, our 3D market commentary, what is it? What do we go through? Now, you would have just seen that we had an email. That's actually a sort of snapshot of the email that we send out every day, and it also corresponds with market data, so we have a chart up. Now, our 3D market commentary is an email that we send out every single day, and it goes through 5 of the major markets in the world and gives us information and probability statistics around it, essentially helping us figure out, is price likely to go up, down, or nowhere, and where can we buy and sell. Now, for some reason, my highlighting tool that I use all the time is currently not working, so I'm just going to have to point and show you with the mouse itself. I know that's not as fun, but hopefully that's okay. So we'll start with this, which is market climate, upcoming market direction. Now, we use that, this is one of the 3 things that we look at. We use that to help us figure out, is price likely to go up, down, or nowhere? Which means, are we likely to be buying, selling, or doing nothing? If it's up, and we do that by coming over here and looking at our auto climate, if we have a thick blue dot, like one of these, that tells us, that's the auto climate app's way of telling us we have probability upwards. If it's thick red, like one of these, it tells us probability downwards. If it's a thin dot of either colour, like some of the ones that I'm highlighting here, these tell us not enough probability, don't do anything. So we use an app to help us with this. Now, auto climate is a free app, so we use that on whatever platform you want to use it on. It's a free app, and it will give us the answer to that question, up, down, or nowhere. So that's the first things first. We need to look at those things. Then buy and sell UFOs. If we're going to buy, where do we buy? If we're going to sell, where do we sell? That's where these guys come in, these little flying saucers. They look like flying saucers and they're called UFOs, but it actually stands for unfilled orders. What that means is where we have stacks of buyers waiting to buy and stacks of sellers waiting to sell. Again, we use an app to help us with this. It scans through the market and comes back and shows us on the right hand side specifically where those prices are, where we have those stacks of buy and sell orders. And that's really helpful, because if we're going to buy, we want to buy where there's lots of other buying, because it's more likely to push the price up. If we want to sell, then we want to sell where there's lots of other selling, because it's more likely to push the price down. So we use this app to help us with our entries and exits, specifically where are we buying and selling. Then we have market volatility, upcoming price change, meaning how quickly are these markets going to be moving. So we'll take a look at that as well. Now, first things first, the first market we look at is the S&P. Now, we're looking at a daily chart for each of these. So obviously different things happen on different time frames, but for the one we look at, it's a daily chart. And we are also looking at futures charts as well. So the S&P 500, the futures that represents it is the ES. Now, if you don't understand what I just said, don't worry. Essentially, we are looking at a representation of the US stock market. So with this, we have, with market climate, a current down confirmed climate, because we have a thick red dot here. So that tells us probability downwards, we should be looking to sell. Now, normally this market would go down for 2.96 candles. Let's just round that up to 3. Normally it goes down for 3 candles. and it's been going down for 3 candles, which means based on what usually happens, we might be seeing a change in direction. And perhaps that may happen here as well, because as we see, we have a stack of buy orders just here. So coming to the buy and sell UFOs, we have buy orders just here between 41.23 to 40.55.50. This is where we have buy orders. And if price were to hit the stack of buy orders, we would expect it to go up from there. And we have sell orders just above us though at 42.58.25 to 41.83. Again, if price were to hit the stack of sell orders, we would expect price to come down. Overall, probability to the downside here with the S&P. We've got a confirmed downwards climate and we have sell orders closer by. So overall, probability down here with the S&P. Now when it comes to market volatility, in 1 year, we would expect the S&P to move up or down 20.05%, which tells us in 1 day, up or down of 52.7 points, in a week, up or down of 116.01 points, and in a month, up or down of 241.49 points. So that would be the S&P, what we would expect up or down within those given periods of time. Overall, currently, probability down here for the S&P. Okay, moving on to the next market, which is crude oil. In the meantime, it says up here about the different courses that we offer. Try that in one. So you can have a look at those, futures, stocks, forex, backtesting, trading plan, psychology. And the good thing with these courses is, apart from being obviously extremely educational and helping you out to understand these things, is that most of them come with 3-month complimentary access to the apps. Now, AutoClimate is a free app on most of the platforms anyway. But AutoUFOs, which you can just subscribe to directly down here at the bottom of this page, and just subscribe for the UFOs if you want and not take a course. But the UFOs on TradingView, for example, are $34 per month. On different platforms, they cost different amounts of money, but TradingView is $34 per month. Now, a lot of the courses that come with 3-month complimentary access, a lot of the courses are maybe a one-off fee of $34 or a one-off fee of $89, something like that. So if you do the maths, that works out that you actually get access to the AutoUFOs for slightly cheaper for 3 months if you do it that way. Okay, so looking at oil, we have a confirmed upwards climate, probability upwards. So let me just highlight that again. Current up, confirmed yes. Thick blue dot there, probability upwards. That's great. Now usually, this market would usually go up for 6.47 candles. Let's call that 7. Usually go up for 7 candles, and we're on candle number 19, meaning we've gone way past what's usual in terms of a movement to the upside, which means we would be more likely to see it change direction than continue. So yes, we have a confirmed upwards climate, but it's really overextended, so bear that in mind. Now in terms of buy and sell UFOs, we have UFOs just here at 68.87 to 65.25, so we would expect those to push price upwards if price were to come back in. Overall, still probability upwards with crude oil, but please bear in mind that we are way past what's usual, so it wouldn't be surprising either to see a reversal. Now in terms of volatility, we would expect in 1 year that oil would move up or down 33.95%, which tells us in 1 day up or down of 1.53 points, in 1 week up or down of 3.36 points, and in 1 month up or down of 7 points. So that's oil. Okay, moving on to gold. Our next market here, which is gold. In the meantime, it says there about coaching and support. We do obviously a bunch of sessions on YouTube and Facebook. You're probably watching us here now, so you can check us out on those platforms and watch our videos for free. We also have a closed coaching community, which is $21 per month, where you get access to more of our time in that closed environment. So either way is fine, whatever you feel is right for you. So gold, let's just up a little bit here. Gold, we have a confirmed downwards climate. Usually this market would go down for 6.29 candles. Again, let's round that up, call it 7. We're on candle number 6. So still within what's usual. Thick red dot here, probability down. Now we also have, in terms of buy and sell UFOs, sell orders just above us here at 1866 to 1804.4. And then buy orders not for a little way until 1652.8 to 1624.4. So probabilities there, more likely that we're going to fall from this point and continue to go down. And when it comes to volatility, we'd expect in a year movement up or down of 17.9%, which tells us in a day up or down of 20.1 points, in a week up or down of 44.26 points, and in a month up or down of 92.13 points. So that is gold. Overall probability down for the time being. Now bear in mind, I'm using the words probable. We of course don't know anything for sure or for guaranteed, so we do manage our risk just in case. But we're talking overall probabilities here, what the statistics tell us. So when it comes to the US dollar, we see that we have a confirmed upwards climate, thick blue dot, probability up. No surprise there when we're looking here at the chart. Usually the market goes up for 4.65 candles, so call it 5, and we're on candle number 6. So we've gone just past what's normal, but still overall probability significantly up here. With our buy and sell UFOs, we have sell orders that we're perhaps coming into at 93.125 to 92.84, but they're still a little way off there. And we have buy orders all the way down here at 90.64 to 90.31. In terms of volatility in the US dollar, we would expect in 1 year up or down of 5.76%, which means in a day up or down of 0.33 points, in a week up or down of 0.74 points, and in a month up or down of 1.53 points. That's the US dollar. Okay, moving on to the last market, which is Bitcoin, backed Bitcoin. Now, if we just have a quick look at this, we have a confirmed downwards climate. Current downwards climate is confirmed and down. Thick red dot there, again telling us probability downwards. We have sell orders up here at 39,295 to 37,460. Those are relatively newly formed. And then we have buy orders down here at 27,782.5 to 22,910. So at the moment, overall probability here to the downside with Bitcoin in the climate, with our UFOs that have recently pushed it down. So wouldn't be surprised to see that fall a little bit further. In terms of volatility, in 1 year, we'd expect Bitcoin to move up or down of 98.27%, which means in a day, up or down of 2,014.98, in a week, up or down of 4,435.78, and in a month, up or down of 9,233.82. So it moves a bit more than the others. Not good or bad, just bear it in mind. Volatility can be good or bad, depending on if you're on the right or wrong side of it. Speaking of, you can also use our weekly economic calendar that we put in here. It comes from FX Street, it's their economic calendar. We filter by high impact news, and we also filter by pretty much the majority of major countries and currencies. You can filter yourself by going to the fxstreet.com economic calendar, and you could filter by, say, just the US markets, or just the European markets, or just the pound, or just the yen, or whatever you do. So this one that we have includes quite a few, and we filter by high impact news basically so we can see what volatility might be coming up. So for example, today, later on this morning in the US, we have some news coming out on the euro, which may impact European markets and the euro itself, so just be aware of that. If you have any questions, you can of course go to tradewithufos.com/Becky, get yourself a free Trade with UFOs membership there, and then come down and ask the question here so I can answer it in public and everybody here can learn. You can book one-on-one coaching directly with me if you'd like, or of course there is the, there is this here, you can self-schedule a clarification call with us if you want to speak to us about courses, apps, coaching, memberships, see what's going to work out better for you. So I will be back on Thursday. My colleague Boyan will be taking this tomorrow and Wednesday. I'll be back on Thursday, so I'll see you guys then. Hopefully this has been helpful and makes sense. Like I said, you've got places to go if you have any questions. Otherwise, guys,